Hi, this is Attorney Ted Gudorf. Welcome to the Family Estate and Legacy Program podcast. This is intended to be listened to and watched prior to your first meeting with our legal team. It is intended to focus in on that initial meeting that we call the goals and responsibility conversation. Hopefully by now you've had an opportunity to either attend one of our seminars or watch a live video. Therefore, you should be prepared to meet with our team. After having filled out the client organizer, the second step is to have this conversation. Just remember, our 7-step process is designed to provide you with confidence and clarity that we're going to be able to accomplish a comprehensive estate plan for you and your family. At the initial meeting, the primary focus is, what are your concerns? What are your goals? We want you to articulate for us exactly what you're trying to accomplish. Perhaps it can be something as simple as, it's been a long time since you prepared any legal documents and you'd like to have them reviewed or updated. That's a good goal. Perhaps you have other concerns. Maybe you want our assistance with trying to understand how to avoid the living probate process. We call that process a guardianship. Maybe you want to learn how to avoid death probate. That is a really good goal to have. Many of our clients also want to learn how to save taxes, whether it be how to save gift taxes, estate taxes, or more importantly these days, income taxes. Thirdly, many of our clients have questions about how to protect their assets, perhaps from a lawsuit or a creditor claim. The big topic these days that so many of our people are talking about is we want to discuss your long-term care plans. What are your desires? What are your wishes? How do you wish to be cared for? And how are we going to pay for that long-term care? Is that a concern of yours? How about trying to find a way to give your beneficiaries, whether it be children or other individuals or grandchildren, their inheritance in a way where what they inherit can be protected in the event that they get divorced or get sued or go bankrupt, or they themselves end up disabled or die. Is that a concern of yours? These are some of the things that many of our clients come to us with, and they would like to have a conversation about that. So we're going to look to you to provide us with some idea of what are your goals, what are your concerns. Pretty straightforward. The second thing, though, that we want to also talk about in this initial goals and responsibility conversation, the second part focuses in on the responsibility part. That is, who are your helpers? Who is going to help in your estate plan if you're unable? Perhaps you become incapacitated. Perhaps you die. Couple aspects of this. I kind of break it down into two categories. First, we want to identify who your helpers are with respect to your financial matters. And then secondarily, we want to talk about your medical matters. Let's focus in first on the financial matters. Typically we want to name up to 3 individuals, sometimes in successive order, to be your successor trustee of your trust, if we do a trust, to be the executor of your will, if we do a will, to be the agent that is designated under your durable financial power of attorney. Now, we've written a book on how to select a trustee that goes into much more detail on what you should consider with respect to your successor trustee, your executor, and your designated power of attorney. But let's suffice it to say, we want to make sure that you're identifying individuals who are capable of doing the job. perhaps your spouse has never handled any of the finances. You may want to set up a co-trusteeship where they're provided some guidance. Oftentimes, that co-trustee might be a family member, but you also have other options, whether it be a bank or a trust company or a CPA or a lawyer or somebody close to your family. All of those are possible options, and we can discuss them more in length at our meeting. Now, when it comes to making medical decisions, it's critically important that you think about who has your best interest at heart and who can make sound medical decisions if you're unable to. Just remember, as long as you're able to make medical decisions for yourself, you always will. But there will likely come a time when you're not able to do that. And if you're not able to do that, then we're going to have to name other individuals who will step in and make those decisions for you. Sometimes, again, it can be family members. More often than not, it is. But occasionally we have somebody who doesn't have a family member, and then they have to identify a friend or a professional trustee, which sometimes is difficult to accomplish for medical matters, in large part because, unfortunately, it can't be your doctor and it can't be a nurse. So we want to make sure that we identify who is going to be in charge of your financial matters, who's going to be in charge of your medical matters. We want to have a detailed conversation about that. And then, of course, at the end of the meeting, we want to talk about the right kind of plan that we're going to put together for you. As you know, as we talked about in our workshop, we have about 5 different plans, packages that constitute an overall comprehensive plan. We'll also discuss a little bit about the cost of those plans. Again, we've identified that previously in our workshop, but we'll go over that. And then we'll make sure you want to go forward. And if you decide that you want to go forward with your planning, then we will schedule. Come prepared with your calendar to schedule 2 meetings. Typically, we'll book about 2 to 3 weeks from the goals and responsibility conversation. We will schedule a design meeting. We'll design the estate plan for you at that meeting. And then 2 to 3 weeks after the design meeting, we'll schedule what we call a delivery meeting. Some people call it a signing meeting, where we'll sign the legal documents and make sure they get notarized. Well, look, this part of the process will provide some clarity for you and hopefully provide some confidence that will enable you to go forward with our Family Estate and Legacy program. We certainly look forward to seeing you, and just make sure that you know the directions and which office you're going to meet us in. We do have 3 offices, one in Clayton, Ohio, one in Troy, and one in Centerville. Let's just make sure we have that confirmed. So thanks again for listening to this recording. We look forward to seeing you in our office soon. Thank you so much.